No amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of worry can change the future. This knot can appear because perhaps you got carried away in the moment and have displayed a behaviour that isn't really you. Perhaps you feel mildly guilty about something you said, something mindlessly gossipy or malicious that you shared with others. Or perhaps you reacted in anger and now you regret it. Once again, the bad feelings left in your tummy means your behaviour isn't aligned with the real you. It's off kilter. So here is some really useful advice passed down through the generations of the wise. Stop bloody doing it. I know, you're welcome. Maybe it's time to stop surrounding yourself with the wrong people, or behaving in a way that your gut is telling you is wrong. Oh, but it is satisfying to have a bit of a moan occasionally, isn't it? It bonds us. It can be humorous, and sometimes you simply need to offload from a bad day. Or to share a story to know that it's not you that's gone mad, it's them. It doesn't always have to make sense either. It's just a release of negative energy with someone you trust, and that's absolutely fine. In fact, it's more than fine. It's healthy. But there is a time and place for everything, and it's all about moderation. Got a knot in your stomach? Then you've probably taken it a bit too far. When your own line is being crossed by you, it can be an absolute drain for everyone. It's just negative, and it often stems from an element of low self-esteem. Think about someone that you know who is a complainer. I bet you know someone who always has problems with colleagues at work, or appears to be under the weather, or someone who keeps falling out with people and finding themselves in difficulties. They're normally the same kind of people that get angry about politics. It's more than likely going to be the same person you know who also holds fear from the chapter before. Why do I always surround myself with morons, they say. Are they moaning about the same things they were moaning about last year? Are they beginning to sound like a stuck record? Well, at some point, we hope, the penny will drop. Lessons can take years sometimes, or sadly, whole lifetimes. To share the moan is simply to seek approval for a gripe and give oneself moral justification. Much of the time, it's a diversionary moan about the general state of affairs to avoid one's own immediate problems. We just slip into the culture of the office chit-chat and don't even notice ourselves going there. It's the same reason why trashy magazines and newspapers sell so well. We like to watch soap operas and talent shows that parade, mock and sneer and judge other fellow human beings. Well, everyone else is doing it, so it must be okay. We forget about our own stresses and worries and instead tune in to watch others who seemingly appear to be worse off. You must admit it's an odd thing to do to try and make ourselves feel better. And worst of all, it's only a temporary fix. The programme has to finish, your coffee break comes to an end, and the magazine has to be put down. And then all you're left with is the stagnant energy of someone who has just passed judgment on someone else for your own ego's self-assurance. Or you've been a voyeur to someone you've never met as the nation enjoys watching them have another bad day. Have you ever noticed how society is full of judgment through our television programmes? Whether it's a business idea that's about to be torn apart by those who know better, or a talent contest being judged by those who have taste. Cooking, sewing, dancing, etc., all being judged by those who know better than you, giving out scores for people trying their best to please them. It's a little odd when you think about it. Ironically, in amongst all this, we have forgotten that the validity of any activity should only be judged from the enjoyment you're receiving from it. That makes you the judge with the scores. Quote, "If you don't have anything nice to say about someone, don't say anything at all. My and every other mother." Self-righteous indignation can be another area of knotting for the stomach. There are some situations that you feel so strongly about that you simply cannot ignore the perceived injustice of the situation. We are in danger of giving the problems the attention and not the solution. Think of all those protesters holding up banners proclaiming anti-this or anti-that, shouting, stopping traffic and generally disrupting life. They come from a good place and are probably justified in their cause. But have you noticed how some of these protesters who come in peace end up looking as aggressive and as militant as the cause they're trying to resist? Now, I'm not saying don't have an opinion or stop highlighting the issues that surround us, but perhaps it's reassess the message you wish to convey as one of look at the changes we want to see instead of this is what we hate. The more you push at a problem, the more it has the opportunity and will find the reasons to push back, thus causing the subject you're trying to expose to further protect itself. The problem then grows, and so does your lack of well-being. Once again, I'm not saying ignore the issue, but if you're going to highlight a cause, then also be aware that more good will come from shining a light on the changes you wish to see. What alternatives do we have? Not a lot comes from halting traffic or stopping some poor soul from reaching a doctor's appointment. Why not try and find positive activities to highlight your causes? Not only will you gather public opinion, but you're more likely to be listened to by the cause itself. Mother Teresa summed it up nicely. She said, "I was once asked why I don't participate in anti-war demonstrations. I said that I would never do that, but as soon as you have a pro-peace rally, I'll be there."